This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Welcome back to what I would call a literal dreamland here in the Dominican Republic. Oh my word, this place is amazing.
This is our ultimate paradise, and today we're going to be discussing, well, don't visit Las Terrenas unless you want this. So just a little bit of background for those of you that are watching for the very first time. I actually live in the Dominican Republic in Cabarete, which is about a 3-hour drive from here. 2 years ago we spent a significant amount of time in both places. We were here for probably a couple of months in total here in Las Terrenas. We got a really good feel for it, and at that time it was just after the pandemic and everyone was just starting to travel again and trying to go like places that I think felt comfortable and kind of safe. So this place was so busy, and we kind of thought like, okay, everyone's figured it out, everyone's gonna come here now. This year seems really quiet. We weren't here last season. We heard it was not the busiest season ever, but I'm surprised at how few people are here. Last time, like some of our favorite restaurants we needed reservations at. This time it just seems like most places are relatively quiet.
I know, and I would even say like this beach, it has white sand and water that arguably is better than Bavaro.
I know. This is one of my favorite beaches in the entire Dominican Republic. It's maybe one of my favorite beaches, honestly, in the Caribbean. It's just, part of it is that it's so big and just so like white and clear and gorgeous.
Here's the thing, if you had to pick between Punta Cana or here, what would you pick?
Obviously here. Like there's no competition.
So for those of you wondering where Las Terrenas is, it's in Samana. It's a peninsula on the northeast side of the Dominican Republic. So it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours drive from Santo Domingo when you land at the airport. There's an airport here, but it's not that active. So I know you guys will ask, but check out this. This is a new addition here. There's like a little beach bar right on this point. Like how beautiful is this? Look at
Yeah,
this.
I'm curious how long that's been there because I don't think it was here last time 2 years ago.
It's quite literally an endless beach here. Like you can just keep walking and walking and walking and walking. But speaking about endless things, palm trees, huh?
Oh, I didn't know where you were going with that. Yeah, there's so many palm trees. I think there's some statistic on the amount of palm trees that are in Samana, like
It's
the most
crazy,
in the
huh?
Caribbean or something like that. I could be totally off on that, but there's a ton of palm trees here.
Yeah, especially like if you're driving here, you'll find out right away. Like the whole thing is basically palm trees and some mountains as well. So it's really cool, really unique to the DR.
So if you are making plans to come here, the one piece of advice I would say is that you absolutely 100% must be a beach person. That's the main reason that you come to Las Terrenas and Samana in general, is because of the glorious beaches. There's not a whole lot of like historical or like super touristy things to do. It's more nature type stuff. So coming to the beach, going on boats, going to the waterfalls, doing hiking, stuff like that. Going whale watching, that's another big one. So you really have to be an outdoorsy beach person to really love this place.
Well, the absolute best part about today is this is how we're getting around once again.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite things about Las Terrenas is the modes of transportation. You don't need a car. You can use an ATV, a golf cart, a buggy, is that what they're called? Those ATV things?
Yeah.
Like, whatever you want, and this is so much fun.
Yeah, this is not the first time we had one of these.
Yeah, we've actually rented it. We're here for like 2 weeks and we've rented it for the entire time, which makes me so excited.
So the absolutely amazing thing about this ride is you can take it off-road as well. So there's a little groomed path here just right next to the road. It's just that way, but you can see the beach. This is absolutely incredible. The fact that we can just zip around. Let me turn this off so you can hear us. So you might be wondering, yeah, like what's the cost? What is the cost to rent this guy for a day? Do you remember?
Yeah, so we have a little bit more powerful one. I think the basic ones are like $300. These are $400, and it's so $50 a day for the 400.
Yeah.
Whatever 400 means, I don't even know.
The power.
Yes, the power. But yeah, so it starts around 50 US a day. The longer you take it, usually the lower they'll make the daily price. I think we ended up paying around 40.
About
something like
40 we got it for, but we took it for a little while. But this is absolutely part of the fun, and it's part of the experience here in this amazing place. Like, it's what Las Terrenas is all about.
It really is. I don't know too many places in the world. I know we've done it in Greece before.
Yeah.
But there's not that many places in the world where you can rent something like this and use it as your mode of transportation. A lot of places these are illegal on roads.
The last thing you might be wondering about are helmets. A lot of the places don't rent helmets that you rent the bikes from.
Yeah.
If we had our own, we would get helmets. That's why we're without
100%.
helmets, but it's completely normal to do that here. This setting is almost as ridiculously amazing as the last one.
I don't think there's one bad view in this entire town. It's just so crazy, especially as you drive along the beach, which goes on, like we said, for ages and ages, but even the roads just go straight along the beaches. But another thing we absolutely love about Las Terrenas is just like this crazy mix of cultures here. So many different. We find it's actually expanding a lot. It's even in the last 2 years since we were here. Obviously, loads of Dominicans. We're in the Dominican Republic, so predominantly lots of Dominicans here, but there's Italians. I think someone maybe told us before that this town was originally founded by Italians, possibly. And then there's loads of French, like from France, but now we're finding more Canadians, Americans have discovered it. So you have this mix of like North Americans, Europeans, Dominicans, really cool.
Before we get any further in the video, we just wanted to say a huge thanks to Squarespace, who is once again a sponsor.
You guys know by now that Squarespace is a huge part of our daily lives. Not only did we build our own website on Squarespace, we also have a web design business that exclusively uses Squarespace.
Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that helps you stand out and succeed online. One thing we love about Squarespace is that they are constantly updating and reinventing their platform. A more recent addition is Squarespace Blueprint, their new guided design system which allows you to create a completely personalized website. Choose from their professionally curated layout and styling options to build a unique online presence from the ground up, completely tailored to your brand or business and optimized for every device including desktop or mobile.
Squarespace also has integrated optimized SEO tools. Easily launch your website and get discovered fast. You show up more often to more people.
Are you ready to build your own website? Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/delightfultravelers for 10% off your first domain or website.
And of course, a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and supporting creators like us. We've just come over to the cruise ships that are right in the middle of town. They're kind of iconic, you can't miss them. This place is called Porto Plaza. There's a whole bunch of different shops and restaurants, and it's a hotel as well. It's very interesting, like
Yeah,
you say.
well, I guess we should also say cruise ship buildings.
Yeah.
These are buildings.
Yeah, there's not cruise ships. They're actually like buildings that look like ships. There's two of them.
Now,
Side by side.
what I noticed right away is like you mentioned very little people. There's not many people here right now.
I know, so there's like 3 restaurants in here. One of them's new, I think. I don't remember that sushi place from the last time we were here, but the 2 other places have been here for as long as we've been coming. But yeah, none of them are packed anytime. And again, today is Saturday, so
Yeah.
it should be one of the busier days.
Now, the Italian market used to be, I think, over here?
Right.
Right, so that used to bring a lot of people.
It did, and it's not gone. It's just moved into the kind of the next building over. I think we showed that in a previous video when we were here a couple months ago.
It's pretty neat that this is a hotel. It's easy to forget that. There's also things like boutique barber shops. I even got my hair cut the other day here. So if you're wondering, you can do absolutely anything in this town. And right now we're on our way to get some food, you guys. We're hungry, you know us, so let's see if we can find something to eat. Well, we found a place. It's called Cue de Castor by Sous Vide, and this place looks incredible. You might be wondering what lies in front of me here. This, my friends, is a take on a beaver tail. Yeah, but it's like a taco as well. It's very confusing, but I can tell you one thing, I can't wait to eat it. On this, you can see chipotle mayo on the top. There's some onions under that, lettuce. I think we got some sourdough, some meat basically. Of course, you get the beaver tail on the bottom, but here's the thing, there's some Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce on this. Absolutely wild. For those of you wondering what a beaver tail is, it's a Canadian thing. It's basically like fried dough. You can kind of get them at carnivals. In Halifax, the city where we're from, there's like a beaver tails on the boardwalk downtown. So it's kind of typical Canadian food, but it's like fried dough. But this is a totally different take. Like, look at that thing. It's absolutely crazy. I'm just gonna eat it with my hands. It's like hard on the bottom. This is gonna be very messy. Get ready for a hot mess. All right, that is incredible, you guys. The flavors going on here are over the top. So I mentioned Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce. So it's sweet, it's very sweet barbecue sauce, but when you have the little fried crunchy bread with it, it works. The onions are on here. They're just like, I think, kind of flash fried. And the meat itself is so absolutely delicious. The chipotle mayo, like, what a concoction. I don't even know how they even thought to put all this in one. The fun thing is, here at this place, there's like 8 to 10 of these, and I think there's even dessert ones as well. So we'll see what Anna got here in a second, but I'm gonna keep eating this.
So mine might look similar, but I think it's gonna taste quite different. Obviously still on a beaver tail, but mine is a chicken that's marinated in lime and cilantro, two of my favorite things. Some veggies, some lettuce, some onions on top. There's some sort of mayo as well. It smells and looks amazing, and I'm super starving from watching Trevor try his. Oh yeah, I think I have the same sort of reaction that Trevor did. It's totally not what I expected, and I'm not sure why, because it's just so good. You get this yummy, yummy crunch from the bottom, the beaver tail itself, and then all the ingredients on top are super fresh, and might I say almost like healthy feeling. So you have this like deep fried dough, definitely not good for you, but then all this yummy, fresh goodness on top. It just tastes like really, really fresh and delicious. Cilantro, I love cilantro, so I get a big punch of cilantro. There's I think some pickled things on there as well. It's just a really great combo of different things.
Whoever thought you could take two of our favorite things, a beaver tail and a taco, and make them better by mashing it all together.
I know, this is genius. Something to be aware of if you're coming here. It applies to Las Terrenas and pretty much everywhere in the Dominican Republic. Most restaurants, like the one we just ate at, only take cash. There's a lot that do take credit card, but it's kind of half and half, and be prepared that you're gonna need cash. There are ATMs all over the place. We actually bank at Scotiabank in Canada, which is our bank, and they do have Scotiabanks down here. So you can't like go access your account at a teller or anything, but you can go get cash out for free. So that works really well for us, so we're not paying ATM fees all the time.
Yeah, like
so
this one would be expensive, I bet.
Yeah, I bet you that's probably $5-10 or something to get money out. So it's very convenient for us to get cash. We don't have a bank account here. We just use like our Canadian credit cards.
Yeah, the other important thing is you can't use your debit card like to pay for something.
Yeah,
when
a lot
they
of
take
people seem really confused about that. They'll come up and be like, and ask us, have you been able to use your debit card? And we're like, well, you can use it at an ATM, but you can't just go to like a place that takes credit cards and use your debit card there. It doesn't work internationally.
The important thing there is you can only use your debit card in like if you're Canadian in Canada at a terminal. So you guys heard us mention the traffic here in this town before. It can be a little much. Right now I'm looking at where it's extra busy. So this is one of the busier little sections in the town. And as you can see, you got all kinds of different vehicles going by, from like, you got bikes, you got quad bikes, cars, but it sometimes quiets out. It's Saturday. I don't know if it's a little quieter than normal. Maybe everyone's at the beach. It's a good day for that, for sure. But just know that if you're coming here, the biggest flaw, one of the biggest flaws of Las Terrenas is the traffic noise. It can be really loud and often really, really congested. Well, we're now back at our rental apartment. I think you guys are going to like where we are staying. We're gonna give you a tour as always, and we'll let Anna do it.
Yeah, so this is a 2-bedroom place. There's a reason we have 2 bedrooms, and we'll share that with you shortly. But we're in the living room right now. It's actually pretty spacious in here. You have a nice little sofa over here. There's AC, a massive TV.
Yeah, I love the setup here. Look at the size of that television. I don't know if we'll get time to watch any TV, but I like that's how it looks. Okay, dining room.
Dining area over here, and there's a little patio off the back as well. We're on the ground floor.
Yeah, nice kitchen though.
I really like this kitchen. It's actually laid out pretty well. At first I thought it might be kind of weird having the sink over way on one side and then everything else on the other, but I kind of like it. It kind of separates it and gives you more space. So you do have an oven and a stovetop over here, and a full-size fridge, and they also have like a coffee maker, a blender. There's an air fryer here. I don't know if someone like lives here part of the time, because they have a lot of stuff in this kitchen.
If we go over this way, there's like a, I guess we'll call it a laundry area. I gotta go through these little strings, but it's a good way to kind of hide off this area. So you got a water system down there, a washer. I don't know if it's a washer dryer. And then there's also like a, I guess like a sink for laundry as well. So they kind of thought of everything. Let's go back through these things. So we'll take you into the bedrooms. There are 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, which is really cool.
So this one is the secondary bedroom. No one's in here at the moment, but we booked a 2-bedroom because we have friends coming to visit. They get here tomorrow, and I'm assuming they'll be in the next video. They're just here for a couple days, but chances are we'll film the video together.
Yeah, TV in here as well.
Oh yeah, TV in here.
Another closet, so that's good. The rooms are small.
Yeah, not huge, but they fit everything. Like there's a queen-size bed in here. Out in the hallway, you have I guess the guest bath?
I guess it's the guest bathroom or the condo bathroom. But it's got everything you need.
Yeah, shower, toilet, sink. There's some storage there, which is really nice.
Yeah, I'll walk you guys in here. So here's the main or primary bedroom. TV again. So whoever lives here likes TVs.
Yeah, they clearly put a TV in all the rooms. Huge king-size bed in here. Super comfy. There's, of course, ACs in all the room. So it's not a huge bedroom, but what else do you really need in here?
Yeah,
like,
you
there's
don't
a
need
closet
much.
over here.
There is a walk-in closet in the bathroom. You guys heard us say there's another bathroom. So it's the same kind of bathroom as the other side. Hey guys. Yeah, sink, some storage, toilet, and, excuse my towel, another walk-in shower. So you might be wondering, how much does this place cost per night? It's actually a really good deal. First, let me say we are in town. We can walk to the center within about 15 minutes or so, give or take. It's absolutely amazing location. We're about 5 minutes from the beach. I mean, the beach is everywhere here, so we can get there quickly. You probably noticed that there's a pool here as well in some of the shots, so that's incredible. So this is about $135 USD per night. That's amazing. If you have two couples, that's like what, 60 some bucks each. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. So we're gonna head back out to happy hour because there's some amazing sunsets here, and of course we're gonna take you with us. Well, we've come over to Eden Beach Club, and this place is ultra beautiful. Look how bougie and eclectic, dare I say it is. We're here for the sunset, so we're gonna have a little happy hour drink, even though the beer's not on happy hour, and you guys will laugh again. We got Coronas, and now at this point we call them Dominican Coronas because we tried to order Presidente and they didn't have them. This seems to be a running trend from time to time, but a Mexican beer is gonna do the trick today. But yeah, this place is up in Baianes, so it's Playa Baianes is the beach. So it's up the other end of town, and this is the thing, we're surrounded by beaches here. They just go on and on and on and on and on. They don't end. We feel spoiled when we're here. It's like living in an absolute dreamland in paradise in the Dominican Republic.
Speaking of paradise, Cabarete, where we live currently, is also a true paradise, but very, very different from here. And a couple of years ago, we actually did a video where we compared the two of them. It's definitely one of the more talked about videos. Like when we meet people on the street, they talk about it more than probably any other video that we ever did. And we really appreciate that because we put so much work into that video. Maybe we'll do an update at some point. But just like for a little synopsis for some people, for us, the beaches here in Las Terrenas are so much better. Like the beaches in Cabarete are absolutely stunning, great for walking, but it's really all about the water sports there, whereas here is like just when you want like a paradise beach and you just want to like lounge and be able to go swimming, it's perfect for that. I would say the restaurants in Cabarete are better than here. Yeah, I'm gonna say that, but yeah.
I would agree because a lot of our favorite restaurants closed, I think, last year.
Yeah.
So right now, Cabarete gets the nod for
Yeah,
food.
there's way too many pizza restaurants here in Las Terrenas that needs a little bit more variety.
Italian restaurants in general.
Yeah.
There's a few too many.
Yeah.
But the other thing we noticed is the infrastructure has improved.
At least they're adding generators to buildings now. A couple years ago, it seemed to be not the total norm thing because they still have a lot of power outages here. We've already experienced a couple of them, but we're in a building with a generator, so you just kind of hear it like click on, click off. So you don't really need to worry about when you lose power or internet or anything like that.
So I think for a lot of you coming down on vacation, that might not be something you're thinking of, like electricity dropping. Heck, you might even think like, what, that happens there? It actually happens here quite often. You'd be surprised how many outages happen in the middle of the day. It's not even that there's a storm, it could be the most beautiful day ever. But now because these new condos and apartments we've been staying in has those generators, it's really a game changer for us, and the internet's faster as well. We had bad luck a few years back when we were here with internet. We could never find stable internet to upload these videos, and that's one of the reasons we preferred Cabarete, but now that has changed a little bit. And the other thing that has changed, and we keep talking about buying a place here. This is not the first time we've ever said we want to buy a place in Cabarete or Las Terrenas. It would be between the two. But now what we find happening, and I think we're going to do some more videos on this coming up, but in Cabarete, the prices for real estate are just skyrocketing. It's actually a little crazy what's going on there, and the prices are just driving up. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because there's more Canadians than Americans and we're just bad at driving the prices, and here there's some Europeans that will not pay and they keep the cost a little bit lower, but on average for the price and place like that we like, everything's about $50,000 cheaper here, and I'm talking about places in good locations. So where we're at now, the condo you saw, like you can get that place between, I think they were selling originally for like $150,000 to like $250,000 depending on the unit. This is USD, so that's pretty good given you can walk here. To get that in Cabarete, you kind of have to go out to Encuentro, which is about a 10-minute drive from Cabarete, and to be honest, we're not here to drive. We want to be able to walk everywhere. I mean, we do drive, of course, but if we want to do something, we'd like to be able to walk, and to do that in the center of Cabarete, the prices now for what we'd like to get are just in mid-200s and up. So it's pretty crazy. 2 years it wasn't like that. So maybe we'll have another video on this and we'll talk about it some more, but we just wanted to give you guys an update that follow both places. This is what we're finding. We still love both places. I think in our hearts I'd rather live slightly in Cabarete, but when we're here, we're loving this place too. You guys know this place is a dreamland and we could easily live in this place. Well, we'll give you guys an update on the sunset here. It's still looking pretty epic. We switched from our Dominican Coronas over to our, should I call them Dominican Aperol Spritz? I'll call it that for now, but there's a lot of Italians here and they know how to do Aperol Spritz. We absolutely love this drink. It felt like a good one to get while we're watching the sun go down right over here. So we wanted to give you guys an update on our group trip because someone today as we're filming this, booked to come with us, and yeah, we're super excited. Thank you for that. We won't say any names, but
yeah, but it's such a nice feeling to just be out and look at our email and be like, you have a new booking. It's so exciting. Hopefully we'll get a few more because we'd love, we want you guys to come along. We want to hang out with you. We want to get to meet you guys and actually get to spend time with you guys on the other side of the camera. So
yeah,
if you are interested, we'll of course put the link below.
Yeah, link below.
Where it is?
Dates on the screen. We didn't say where it is. A lot of you know because we talked about this before. We're going to Greece. We're going to Crete specifically, which I believe is the largest island. It's almost like its own country in Greece. It's incredible. You guys will not believe it. We've been there once and we can't wait to go back. You don't have to be in super shape to do this. This is going to be, we're going to be eating, going to some amazing like archaeology places.
Yeah.
Going to beaches.
Going to a lot of beaches. I think there's a monastery. There's like a Jeep safari. It's going to be amazing. I literally can't wait for it. And by the time you guys are watching this, we are a little bit behind in video, so we're going to be like 5 months out or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is just mind-blowing. So if you are thinking about it, now is probably the time to really start planning for it.
Now, we can also, we were told as of late that I'm pretty sure we can get you a discount. So if you are interested, send us a message on any platform, Facebook, Instagram, email, that might be the best, and we can talk and see if we can help you out there because we can't wait to go with all you guys, one big happy family on a group trip, like doing this kind of stuff, except in Greece.
In Greece. Maybe we'll do one in the future in the Dominican Republic, but for now, it's our other favorite country, Greece.
Yes, so a couple other things to note. Instagram, if you want to know where we are in real time, we usually post on Instagram stories. And that
goes on Facebook as well.
It goes on Facebook as well, so follow us on one of those platforms because our videos are always a little bit behind because they take a really long time to produce. So you will know exactly where we are if you do that. You mentioned Facebook. We should probably explain what's happening on Facebook. Yeah,
so we have been just, once in a while we will post some older content on there, just like take little clips of older YouTube videos and put them up. So some people get very, very confused that right now we've been posting some stuff from Romania. I've been running into people saying, oh, I hope you had a great time in Romania. That was a few years ago.
People thought we were in Romania, literally, and they're like, wow, you guys look so good. I mean, I guess because it was 5 years ago. We've been doing this for that long. We looked a little younger then. But hey, that's what's going on Facebook. We're just using it as a way to repurpose our clips. And yeah, we got a great community over there. So if you're on Facebook, that's what's happening. If you're confused, YouTube will always be the main thing. Just know that this is our main focus, so just remember that YouTube's never going away. You watch, we keep producing, and we're super excited about that.
Yeah, but I think for now we're just going to enjoy these Aperols and these lovely sunset that we're having right now. And
yeah, I don't think we said who we are, but quickly, Trevor, Anna, Delightful Travelers, hit subscribe and all the stuff. Comment, let us know what you think. But yes, we're going to finish up the yummy Aperols, watch that sun go down, and call it a day, and we'll have another video from Las Terrenas coming up next week.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Las Terrenas, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.